Good morning and happy New Year's Eve. Thanks for making ekaboom.tv part of your morning routine.
I'm Ruben and this is Joan Romero, and today we're going to talk about your New Year's resolutions.
All right, so let's get down to business. New Year's resolutions.
Now, many of people make resolutions. I don't know what the number is. I guess we should have looked that up. But, I imagine tens of thousands of people, probably hundreds of thousands of people make New Year's resolutions every year. We did look up what a New Year's resolution is. It is a firm decision to do or not to do something. So do you have any New Year's resolutions for this year? Or you?
Oh,
Do you have any?
Do I have any New Year's? In some ways, it's the same goal or thought or whatever that I've had probably for the last 3 to 4 or 5 years. Still working on it, but every year I feel like this is our year. This is my year to get this.
Yeah, you know what? I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. I think they're pretty much useless.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think in a lot of ways, a New Year's resolution it's just a goal that people set, and goals, as our good friend Sid Michael says, are just things that people set when they know they're not really going to do it. And what Sid, our friend, says is that a goal, or that what's better than a goal, and he doesn't have goals, is that he has obligations. Now, obligations kind of has a bad connotation in our society today. Nobody wants any. I don't want to be obligated. I don't want to obligate myself. People kind of have a negative spin to it. But obligations are super powerful. I think way more powerful than a resolution, way more powerful than a goal, because an obligation is more than just, like this, as a firm decision. I'm decided that I'm going to do this. And yeah, you may do it, and it may happen for a few days. But the reason I think a lot of people give up on their New Year's resolutions is because they don't feel obligated to do it. They don't feel like,
I have to do it.
Yeah.
Like if I don't do it, maybe no one will even know.
Right. Yeah, I think obligations are powerful. I mean, that's why people, when you get a trainer, you feel obligated to work out. When you have a partner that you work out with, you feel obligated to that person, to exercise with. Now, we exercise about 3 times a week. Probably should do more. I should probably do more. You're probably fine. But the reason we, I think, are so good at doing that is because we help each other. We feel obligated to each other. It's not just about, oh, I should exercise for me. We're thinking, oh, I should exercise for you. I should do this, to help you. And in my case, I do it to help you help me, because I need the help more than you do. But that I think is the power of obligations. I mean, a lot of times, if it's one thing to, say, hey, I'm going to volunteer some time. It's another thing to be on a board of a charity. It's one thing to, sort of commit yourself to, this or that idea or cause. It's another thing to actually get in the trenches and show your face in front of people and say, here I am. There's a level of obligation that comes with that.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I think even with obligations, there's ways out of obligations. Like, yes, I'm obligated to go to work every day, but I could call in sick, or I could have someone take my place, or I'm obligated to take care of my kids, but I could get a babysitter or take them to grandma's house for the week, or, you have obligations, but I think sometimes you need something a little more than obligations also if you're really going to make something happen.
Okay. What's that?
Well, you can be determined, which I think is just another step. Like, you have your goals, you have your obligations, but I'm determined to get something done, which can also help. But even determinations can be maybe chipped away at as soon as you come up with some resistance. You're like, yeah, I'm going to do this. Oh, but it's so hard.
Yeah, I don't see determination as powerful as obligation. I see it as below obligation. So
Yeah, that's
so
fine.
convince me that it's greater.
No, I'm not going to. I don't want to. Because I think it depends on the different people. Because different people are going to find different things that motivate them or work differently in different situations. But I
All
think
right.
what really makes something happen is maybe when you've gone, maybe these are like phases, like you're going through all these different phases. Like, oh, I'm playing around with this goal and I'm going to make this a goal. And maybe sometimes goals work for different people in different situations. You got to find what works for you. But I think what works for me when something's really going to happen in my life, I probably have gone through all these different phases of resoluting to do something. But when it's actually going to happen is when I feel peace about it. I'm like, okay, all right, this is just one way or another. I just know, I know this is going to happen, and I feel good about that.
Yeah, I guess I see with determination and obligation is either way. There's ways out of it. You know, either way, you can call in sick. Either way, you can
you can get right up to it and run the other way.
Right.
Never
Yeah.
mind. I changed my mind.
I think the thing with obligation though is that you even if you sort of call off sick or drop your kids off at grandma and grandpa's, the obligation makes you come back.
Right.
You know.
That's true.
And so it's like it's like a rubber band in life. Obligation is your life rubber band.
Okay.
Obligate yourself to do all the amazing things that you want to do. Here we are doing this show. We've been talking about doing a show for a long time, or where I was going to do videos, or you were going to do videos, and again, I think the fact that we're doing them together increases our level of obligation to say, okay, we're really going to do this show,
and I feel good about it.
right?
So
And we feel obligated to you now to do this show, so. We want to make sure that we're fulfilling our promise to put these out daily for you guys. But I don't know. What do you think about obligations, determinations, goals, New Year's resolutions? I think this year you should not make a New Year's resolution. I think this year you should create some obligations for yourself in order to better your life. Yeah, succeed. And if you've got to find an accountability partner, if you've got to find something to help you, whether it's a family member or a friend or whatever. Whatever you need to do to obligate yourself, do those things. Whether it's paying someone like a coach or whatever, all of those things help to obligate us to be better and to work harder and to do more and to get things accomplished that we wouldn't have gotten accomplished otherwise.
Yeah, and I don't think you need to beat yourself up for I had this goal or this New Year's resolution and I didn't get it done. Just keep moving forward, saying, okay. Well, what worked from that and what didn't work, and how can I twist it or change it or do it a little differently? Fail forward, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Keep moving forward.
We definitely believe in failing up. Just keep moving forward and keep, trying to figure out. If you don't give up, you're going to figure it out eventually. If you feel like, hey, I'm going to obligate myself by getting this accountability partner, and that totally falls through, that doesn't mean obligations don't work. That wasn't strong enough of an obligation for you. So find something else.
Or at that time, you just need to tweak what you're doing. Maybe what you thought you wanted isn't exactly what you wanted. So,
right.
But you learned through that, so now you can tweak it and do something differently. So share your comments below. We want to hear what you think. And thanks for subscribing and liking.
Have a great day.